Hey everyone, welcome back to me playing games. So, I recently picked up Monster Hunter, and everybody and their mother on this planet is playing this game. And I'm not very good at it, but if you want to see me fail over and over again, I might, record a session like once or twice a week, and you guys in the comments can yell at me at what I did wrong. I'm not good. I'm not good. It's a fun card game. It's on Steam now. It's about like 20-ish dollars. The main concept is you're carrying the last remnant of hell and you're gonna warm it up, but the agents of heaven are gonna try to beat your ass. And it's a card game, so it's really interesting. Do not expect epic gameplay. So I've lost so much. I've maxed out the Stygian Guard. So there are clans you can play. I really like spells, but I don't know. I might, and I love the Awoken. So I think we can go for, since I haven't lost enough to level up to clan level 10 yet, let's try an Awoken Stygian deck with some Stygian support. So there, you pick a main clan and then you pick an ally clan. Stygians are the spell folks, and Awoken are tanky guys. So they tell you at the upset what the final boss's final ability is going to be. If you play a lot of spell cards, this ain't going to be your jam unless you already have a lot of consume cards, which are cards that can only be played once per turn, once per battle. And then Covenant 1, once you beat the game on normal difficulty, they'll start throwing random things. They'll start throwing things at you to make the game a little harder. For example, these are my random cards I get, and I only have 3 Ember to play, so this is kind of costly. Alright, let's see what kind of champion we can get. Revenge draw 1, so I get hit, I draw a card, or spikes. People hit me and get damaged. I don't think I'm gonna need that much card draw. We do not have any sting spells in our deck, so this is kind of useless. This might be kind of useful. You don't want them to hit your pyre, which is at a certain amount of health. If it goes down, it's endgame. And then, I like to do the trials early on because they're easier than later on. Later on, they get real crazy. Alright. I've tried to slow down how I play because I play real quick and I lose real quick. So let's think about this. They're dazed, so it's not like they're gonna do anything anyways because there are no enemies over here. Rage means they have +4. They have a lot of attack. They only have 1 hit point though, so our pyre can just run through them. It has like a sweep attack, so hits all enemies. So what I'm gonna do is 2 attack, 30 health. I'm not too afraid of them. I'm gonna put a train steward, which is kind of like regular minions. And then I'm going to, I don't have too many spell damage cards here yet. Well, we can play it. They'll get discarded and reshuffled into our deck later on. So I'm gonna throw regen on her. It decays as well. And we're gonna throw an entry siphon. And maybe that spell weakness, which does 2 times spell weakness now, will help us later. So you see the pyre just takes care of them in 1 hit. So this is an AoE spell, Glimmer. It restores health and deals 2 damage to enemy units. I'm going to use it because this collector gives me money upon death. I have Muns now. Unfortunately, that eats your spell weakness. For now, I am going to put a train steward. I could have Glimmered here to save our pyre some health, which is on me actually. I should have done that. So our pyre took needless amount of health. Is there a way we can get rid? So we put spell weakness times 2. We don't have any moves to worry about here, so I want to get rid of her. And then we can regen our champion because I love those spikes. All right. So I think the gameplay is, I want a Glimmer to get rid of this guy, but he only does it after combat. So maybe we just... So they'll only hit the front unit, and he'll kill himself on her spikes, so everything is great. So once the boss dies, then nothing like moves up the next round. Boss is done, you're done. Alright, so we took a couple hits on our pyre. That shouldn't have happened. That's on me, because I can't blame the computer. We have enough glimmers. Sting's okay. I like Vine Grasp in this because you can do it to any unit on the floor. Now, Hilka Crystals, we do need some damage. It costs a lot. And this card's a random card, but it does it twice. So it's good for those tanky units. So I'm going to take Hilka Crystallis. Hilka Crystallis? Hilka Crystallis. Alright. We need units. I don't really have too much money to spend, even though we get 75 gold. I think I'm going to go down here and get a unit, because we need units. Spell weakness could be good. We do have already spell weakness in the deck. If he gets hit, he applies frost damage, which ticks every turn and does damage. Which is pretty good if you're going for a frost deck. But since we already have spikes, I'm thinking maybe spike spell weakness would be our play. And Merchant of Steel, you can upgrade your units. Multi-strike. Multi-strike on her, because she applies spell weakness per strike, would actually be really nice. So I'm going to do that. Obviously, she doesn't have as much health as a tanky unit, so we might want to put her behind our champion if it comes to pass. Alright, so it also tells you the mobs you'll encounter. This one enchants spikes, so we might want to get rid of her quickly. This one does no damage, and this is our boss. I think we can add the 10 armor upon entry for more units. I would love another unit. Alright, here we go. So this is the combo I spoke about. The Sentient will provide spikes. The Isis Coelophyte will do some damage. I'm not too worried right now because he does 0. We're just killing she's just hurting herself on the spike. So I'm gonna make sure that is 0. I think we just discard and do the rest. Now, Glimmer is good here, so I'm definitely gonna Glimmer here. I'm not worried about the damage. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Glimmer here. I'm gonna put a unit up here, so that's 2. And I'm going to regen our person. Now, do we want to use Focus Growth? Essentially, no. Frozen Lance will just tick her down a bit. Maybe we can put some more damage on her once we get some spell weakness. So first of all, we're going to Glimmer to get rid of that unit, because Frozen Lance only hits the front unit. There we go. Takes away spell weakness, but we don't really care because he does 0 damage anyways. Now, I am going to regen our buddy here. That will leave us 1. And I'll play a Train Steward to, just get rid of this guy eventually. Well, he'll move up, but he won't take any damage. Okay. So we don't care about him. We care about her a little bit. So I would like to, let's think about this. If we would Train Steward here, that will do an additional 5. We put another spell weakness, another stack of spell weakness, it would be times 4. So let's at least do that. She'll take 10. So they'll take 10. So we do spell weakness. It'll be 4 times. 24 plus 10. It's just not enough. But we can Vine Grasp once the Frozen Lance takes the effect, eats the spell weakness. So let's do that. Or I was 1 off. I was probably 1 off. We could Glimmer to kill her, but I think we Glimmer to heal her up a little bit. Heal both these units up. And maybe we'll get a unit for our 3rd floor. Alright, this is the boss. I'm gonna... Okay, so what do we do here? We don't care about her. We have 3 to work with. If we regen, we might give us some time. I'd love to get rid of them to get rid of the spikes, but that's not going to be possible. That doesn't really move the needle, unfortunately. So I'm going to heal Crystals now to get rid of that front unit. Does one more, but it's not that great. Our Pyre is definitely going to take some hit. Unfortunately, we only 3 spell weakness, so we will do this. Does 20 damage. At this point, we're looking to do as much damage as possible. Because he's not going to take a lot. Alright. The Pyre will kill him, but it will, we are going to take some... Oh, we can apply a little bit of spell weakness. And... it's better than nothing, honestly. And that's all we got. See, our Pyre took a big hit. But we get a unit draft. I don't really care for any of these cards, so I'll go with Steel Enhanced because I don't like the -2 health. I like Ice Tornado. The tick damage is pretty good. This is a pretty decent card, but I think if we can upgrade Ice Tornado, that might be okay. 20 damage to a random enemy unit 3 times. So if there's only 1 enemy unit, alright. We got some thick boys here. I'm not a big fan of Awoken Hollow. We don't have enough healing spells to make this work. Siren of the Sea can be good. Every time you play a spell, +1 attack, +1 health. I like that, especially if you're going with a spell heavy deck. However, our main is Awoken, and they're not really that spell. Well, they're healing spell heavy, so that counts too. We do need a really good unit to protect our Icy Coelophyte. So I'm gonna go with the Husk Hermit because it starts out with 30. You summon it, this can get up to a maximum of 30 health. But unless we have a card that helps us heal up, it's not going to be that good in this deck. So I'm going to go Husk Hermit. So we can get another unit here, which would be good, and a free trinket. And we can let the paper bag noise come through. Or we can decrease the cost of... I think we go units, because when we get down here, and you can scroll down to see what you get. We might need the Pyre health, but Dallas is next, and he's kind of like the first main boss. So I'm gonna go for the trinket. Alright, these are really good. So we get an extra upgrade slot, or there's a 25% chance that 5 units that enters and takes 5 damage. This is pretty good for Dallas because he spawns bombs that are 1 HP. I might actually go for that instead of the upgrade. We don't really have the money for the upgrades right now. Cocilia or Titaned. I like Sweep. Sweep means hits all enemies. Alright, let's see. So there's a random events you can get. And they'll give you certain things. Can't be healed. Upgrade a unit of 25 health. Is there anybody that could use 25 health right now? Not really, unless we want to make our champ. We can't put it on our champion, unfortunately. 6 Pyre health will get us blood for blood. I say we put it on. If we can get the. I might wait for a better upgrade, so we'll put it on her. It might not be the best idea, but we're working with what we got. That's what happens in card games. Alright, let's see, and sweep will take care of the bomb. Alright, so when enemies die, they do damage to the front unit of our train. Shouldn't matter. Alright, so that, you see how the units entered and then they went poof? That's the balance working. So that's actually pretty good. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna do spikes. I'm gonna put her in the back. I want to mitigate the damage we take. So we can actually play all of these. I'm gonna start stacking spell weakness on him. We're gonna put a restore on our Thorn Lady, and then we're gonna get rid of this guy because they have Sacks of Rage. And then she won't get hit at all, and she'll take all the damage. That's our hammer working overtime. I love it. So we can mitigate the damage taken by using a glimmer here. I might do that. I do want to play Celia Fight. Do we have another tank unit? We have the Husk Hermit coming up, hopefully at some point. I want to put the Train Steward in front of her for now. I think we will play the Glimmer. And takes 1 damage because... So we might have to start thinking about healing at some point. Alright, it's a dazed bomb. Alright, good. He's here. Unfortunately, there's a bomb here. But we don't have to really worry about that. So... I'm gonna put him there. He'll take care of the bomb. I want to start putting some regen on our spike unit. They're suffering from frost. I want to have the Celiophyte put some stacks of spell damage on her. So let us put a restore. We'll put a glimmer. And we'll continue stacking spell weakness for the time comes. We can do some extra damage, and we might as well. Because this person doesn't have spell weakness yet. Alright, hammer's taking care of stuff. Okay, Ice Tornado, they cost a lot. But we don't really have too much to put. Alright, here's the problem. That bomb's gonna do a lot of damage. So I'm banking on the... I'm hoping this takes care of the bomb. It does not. Well, there goes our champion. Sometimes the RNG doesn't like you. Alright. What do we do here? They're both dazed, but they won't take that much damage. I might want to mitigate the damage done on our pyre. It'll suck, but it is what it is. Perfect. Now, we can kill the bomb here, which is what we're gonna do. I want to put a Train Steward in front to take the hit and get some frostbite. Unfortunately, when we cast that spell on this train, it took away the when we casted the spell earlier on, I might have not noticed the stat. Okay, we're gonna put spell weakness on him. We're gonna restore you to see if the Neo moves. Neo does not move at all, so we're gonna ignore that. Neo moves here. No spell weakness yet. Yeah, we're gonna see how that turns out. Okay, we're stacking Frostbite. I'm gonna wait, but we do have Ice Tornado now. We might want to do it now. I think we do it now. Okay. Yep. That wasn't too bad. That's not great. 30 damage for 3. I might have to do Fire Song. None of these are good. Nameless Siren can get out of control, but I don't think we have enough spells to do that. I'm gonna go for another Seal Fight. And... I'm gonna go for more mana per turn. Now, this probably is going to not turn out forever. This is rough because we could use another good tanky unit, but we kind of need health too. When's the next opportunity to get health? We need more money. I think... And we can duplicate a card. What would we want to duplicate? I mean, the Husk Hermit, but it's kind of garbage right now. And we can thin out our deck. Alright, let's see what this unit is, and we might want to duplicate it. Alright, so... Here's the problem. Thorn Hollow's really good. We do have a Restore 10 health card to get him up. Whisper Wilting Sapwood is pretty good. Have played with it in my deck, and the more it gets hit, the more amber you get, the more cards you can play. But we're doing spikes. And I'm gonna start throwing away some cards. I'm gonna get rid of a Train Steward. And I'm gonna get rid of a Frozen Lance. Alright, I say we duplicate the Thorn Hollow. Because that beautiful spike synergy. And we do still have restores. More spikes! I don't need the card draw right now. I'm not gonna go for the trial because we don't have that much health on our pyre. Alright, haste sucks. Haste really sucks. This really sucks. But she does have 60 health. I'm gonna put Thorn Hollows on each floor. I'm not gonna play the Train Steward. Put the spell weakness on you. Alright, so the hammer got rid of that collector. I think I'm gonna put the Husk Hermit on the top. And we're gonna get rid of this haste. And we're gonna start regenning our Thorn Hollow to get those spikes. I'd love to get our Seal of Fire. There we go. All three of them. Jesus. Alright. Do we want Frostbite or Spell Weakness? We're gonna put Frostbite. And we're gonna put... I should have gone for Capacity. More Spell Weakness. And we can't play her. You're cost 0. I'm not concerned about you. I guess we start doing a little bit of damage on you. Alright. So I'm gonna Glimmer because I want to get rid of that haste unit. So we have 3 to play. We want a lot of spikes. Look, spikes. More spikes. He's gonna do a little bit to our pyre. This is very concerning. Any of these will kill him, I think. 50... No, this will kill. Any of these will kill. Any of these too. So we're gonna play these. Kills you. I'm gonna start... I want to get as many spell weakness as possible, so we're going to... We're gonna give you more health. And we're gonna regen. And that's all we gotta do. Alright. We're gonna give regen. That's really all we can do. Okay, we got those stacks going. Alright. Hopefully we get our hard hitters later. More regen. More regen. More regen. It's not a lot, but hopefully we can get a good damage card coming up. None of these are good. Alright. I hate this. Alright, this will do... It's not a lot. I was hoping for... This might be it. Alright. He is dazed. He was dazed. Yeah, so sometimes that's how it goes. We got halfway. Halfway is good, I guess. Yeah. So that's Monster Train. Cool. You guys have an awesome day.